what you have is nothing except as it makes a difference in another person's life. If what you have does not impact people, it is nothing. If you like, be dressed with diamond, it means nothing. If somebody is hungry and your life cannot impact that person, you and your diamond is a waste. If you like, have money in different accounts and in different currencies in different nations. If it does not affect people, it's a waste. If it does not change people, it's a waste. If you like, be powerful. If that power does not improve humanity, it's a waste. So when we are talking about making a difference, we are not talking about possessing more. We are actually talking about utilizing what we have to begin to change the stories of men. To make a difference is to create intervention in the lives of people so that they can come out of their troubles and from their sorrows. And so if you leave this conference and you are not conscious of the poor neighbor you have, it means this conference was a waste. If you like, lie on the floor and roll from one side to the other. If you leave this conference and the people working with you in your company don't feel the impact, it means it was a waste, even if a drum of oil was poured on you in the course of this conference. Because making a difference is to change the lives of people by creating interventions that take them out of their crisis. Sometimes we are too selfish to think about others. Every time we think about change, it's about us. But the reason God left us on earth is to create change in the lives of others. And so the first concept that defines a life that makes a difference is a life that creates intervention in other people's lives. The second concept that defines what makes making a difference is a life that projects values. Values that provoke transformation. Somebody can be poor and I can bring intervention by giving him food. Although I have provided him food, I have not really helped him because he may eat food, but he will still be a sinner. He may eat that food, he may still be a fornicator. He may eat that food and he may still be stealing. And so beyond creating material intervention, a life that makes a difference is a life that projects values. Values that are sufficient in potency to trigger transformation in others. So it goes to mean that when men look at you, they should reorder their lives. If they see the love of God from your life, they should learn to start showing love. If they see purity in your life, they should learn to start living holy. If they see uncompromising stand for truth in your life, they should stop compromising. Because not just because you gave them money or food, but this time around, you are giving them what is more than money and food. You are showing them a character that is superior to what they have. Because a man's value is not in the multitude of the things he possesses. You can change somebody's story from poverty to riches, but that person will still go to hell. You can heal a sick person, but that person will still go to hell. In fact, some persons you help and deliver from trouble will become tyrants oppressing other people. Did you not read the story? A man was forgiven of his debt, and the man went and caught somebody else who was indebted to him and threw him to prison. So he received intervention, but he didn't receive transformation. And so making a difference, in addition to intervention, also includes transformation. But the only way your life can transform people is when yourself becomes an example of what you say. Because the Bible said in Acts chapter 1 verse 1, of all that Jesus both began to do and to teach. Today, we are teaching what we are not doing. That's why our walls are empty. Don't tell anybody about love if you don't know what love is. Don't tell anybody about purity if you don't know what purity is. Don't tell anybody about mercy if yourself is not showing mercy. A thief cannot come preach to somebody else about holy living. And so it begins with character transformation. And that character is pushed into the lives of others. Because people will become who you are, not just what you say. This is why we have many churches, many pastors preaching messages they don't understand. Because the Bible said, thou shalt know the truth shall make you free. A man in captivity cannot deliver others. If I'm sitting on the ground, I can't lift anybody up. I will stand to lift people up. And the symbol of standing is the character of God, that your life can mirror. And so making a difference is about building values and character, and then causing that character to provoke transformation in the lives of others. And so the next time you return to this conference, you are not just returning to this conference with your hands open to receive. You are going to be writing down the people that are transformed because you breathed oxygen for 360 days. And then finally, what it means to provoke a difference is to create structures that brings about sustainability. A man who does not have structures, programs, and systems cannot create change. He cannot make a difference. He may start something that looks good. Time will collapse it. Because it takes a lot of wisdom, strategy to create programs, structures, and systems. See, when God begins a project, in order to immortalize it, he makes it a system. This is why when Jesus was leaving the earth, he didn't give us Peter and Paul. If he gave us Peter and Paul, when they died, the move of God would have ended. He gave us the office of the apostle, the office of the prophet, the office of the evangelist, the office of the pastor and teacher. So when Paul dies, another apostle can rise. When Peter dies, another apostle can rise. If he gave us men, the program would have ended. But in order to immortalize it, he created a structure. He created offices. He created systems. And so anybody who wants to make a difference must come into wisdom, strategy, in order to formulate programs, structures, and systems. Why power engenders intervention? Why value engenders transformation? Structures provoke preservation. And so you need intervention, you need transformation, and you need preservation in order to make a difference. I prophesy over someone the power, the virtue, and the wisdom to create the three structures that makes a difference. It rests upon you from now.